What's up, two viewers? My name is Pax, and I'm speaking facts. And today, I'm here to talk to you guys about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm back like scoliosis and halitosis. And today, I'm going to react to Loon over at the It's Up There podcast. He's got a great message for the youth. It's something that I subscribe to wholeheartedly. Recently, there has been a movement taken by some of the top names in hip hop. And they're going on these podcasts and they're expressing themselves by way of F the streets, more specifically, the street mentality and how it can affect the forward movement and the progress of the youth in our communities today. So we're going to go over here to the It's Up There podcast and we're going to check out what Loon has to say, and I'm going to give my colorful commentary along the way. Again, y'all go over here to the It's Up There podcast. Check out Loon. He's got some awesome content. I respect him. Subscribe to his channel, and we're going to dig into it and see what it's got going on.
Yo, we saying we admitting this, we admitting that, but a lot of stuff has been affected by these street rules. These shits work on the corner. They don't work in the corporation. And you got to let it go. I'm going to say this again. I don't know nobody that's 30 years in the game that lost in the game. I don't know many niggas that won in the game. Maybe y'all do.
He's right. You know, that's a powerful, powerful way to start the message. You know, the rules that govern the streets do not transition overall into the corporate way of life or the civilian way of life. So if you carry those things over and you react to things that take place in normal settings in civilian life, in the corporate life, obviously if you're getting money, if you react with a street mindset or the way that you would in the streets or the way you would to somebody who subscribes to the street mentality, you lose. It is catastrophic to progress. So he's absolutely right about that.
But the niggas I know that lost in the game and stood on it, that could have told, didn't told, when it done 30 years, finally in year 26 start filing some shit and some lawyers and some laws passed and they end up getting out. Ain't now one of them niggas coming out saying, man, these rappers, man, why y'all talking about fuck the streets, defending the streets? Nobody ain't doing that. Now what niggas is saying is you got to clarify.
And there's no problem with that. Some people, you know, especially what he's saying is, you know, older guys, you know, they've gone out here and given, you know, the best years of their life, arguably. And, you know, he mentioned specifically, you know, 30 plus years to a system, and they're just now coming home. And, you know, it's hard for them to just take up a movement that is just now gaining traction when they've given their whole life and everything that they believe in is just that, a street mentality.
You got to have consideration and clarify, but ain't nobody saying, man, nah, it ain't fuck the street, nigga. We really street, nigga. These niggas trying to sell a nigga something. I don't trust these niggas. Man, I don't trust these niggas, man. These boys that's getting on the internet that's really screaming out that they defending the streets on the internet.
And what he's saying, I think, and again, I'm paraphrasing based on what I think, is that, you know, the internet, as we've seen recently, and I mean, I don't care how you look at it, the internet is definitely being used against, you know, people in court. And the things that you say and the things that take place, and you know, in this case, the things that are sitting up being alleged to be glorified and that, you know, are counterproductive to growth and development in our communities is you know, it shouldn't be supported.
It rattles my trust for them. It makes me side eye because the streets don't honor that. The streets don't honor being on the internet saying, no, nigga, we really. And all of these niggas I see speak up for the streets. When they daughter get killed, when they sons get killed, when they families get buried at 16 and 17. Niggas hustle all their life and the feds keep taking his money and shit.
Let that resonate. You know, people are dying in their teens, early 20s. You know, they say the good die young, but, you know, if you don't know what that's like, if you haven't ever stood next to one of your friends, you know, other people might look at, you know, who you hang out with and label them. But if these are your friends, these are people that you spend a lot of time with every day, you play video games with, you go outside, you know, all day you're interacting with these people, and something happens and there is a tragic turn of events where this person loses their life in front of you. You literally watch them take their last breath. It will change your life. You will never be the same after that. You know, if you've ever lost a child or even a friend, a close friend, and you've had to actually pay for their burial because maybe if it's in the case of a friend, their family didn't have enough money to bury them. So they're going to come to their friends and say, hey, we see what you guys are doing out here. We see what y'all are wearing. We see what you guys are driving. We don't have the money to pay for your friend, our son, our family member, to have a funeral or a burial or a headstone. So while you're running around here getting money, think about that. Think about the time. He's talking about 30 years in prison. Who's going to take care of you for 30 years while you walk down 30 calendars? Have you thought about that? Have you young people quantified the effects of your decisions? Have you thought about being 50, 60, 70 years old, the age of your grandparents, maybe your great-grandparents, if you've had the fortune to be able to see them alive? Have you thought about who's going to take care of you in your 50s, in your 60s and 70s and 80s while you guys are running around here calling people old heads and whatnot? You know, and I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying that this message is literally coming against that mindset. It's to bridge the gap. It's so that, you know, there is 2 generations of men out here who have lost fathers, who the homes were systematically incentivized to keep the men out of the household. And Loon is coming against that. He's trying his best to bring clarity to what's being said because it gets so distorted by people and cliques, and I'm a part of that now too. So I think that this message, there needs to have as much light shed on it as possible. So that's what I'm doing my best to do.
Stuck in the loop. Fuck the streets movement is cool. You just got to explain the motive. But I need for Tekashi 6ix9ine to understand that this is just some niggas explaining this shit out loud and saying, man, what the fuck is we doing? Nigga, you just beat a life sentence. They really just came for you, boy. You just beat a life sentence. We young millionaires. He ain't really get on the stand. Y'all fix that shit. But he said that in court, it's a slippery slope because not only was that affected, some other shit is affected. This is affected. It's all kind of shit going on. Man, let's get this shit back together. And he just misspoke. But this ain't about no album sales. This ain't about trying to excuse no nigga on no paperwork or no shit like that.
Because those things are a distraction from the message. You guys stay focused.
This is just about some young niggas that's saying, man, how much you gonna give to this shit and we done already beat it.
Speak, Loon.
You was just facing a life sentence. You didn't make no money with the gunner, nigga. You saying it, we doing it. What's going on? How much we gonna get it, man? Fuck that shit. We beat that shit. Now our job is to go Harry Tubman on them folk. Yeah, we go Harriet Tubman. We just send it. Yeah, we send.
Y'all know who Harriet Tubman is? Because if you don't, she's a woman that led people through the Underground Railroad to freedom repeatedly. And I invite you guys to go and learn as much history as possible. But in this case, go watch the movie if you have to, because maybe you're a visual learner. Watch the movie Harriet Tubman and see what that woman did, what that woman achieved, what that woman accomplished, the bravery of that woman to lead people to freedom. And that's what this message entails. He's trying to lead the youth, lead you to freedom.
The route bag, hey, come through here, nigga, come on, nigga, get up out of that motherfucker. It's a burning building. Them niggas tell y'all to stay in the burning building and
those are metaphors.
These y'all OGs. These the niggas y'all want my young niggas to look up to. These niggas that's glorifying the streets. When niggas is making hundreds of thousands with cameras and running around going to zoos and shit, making millions of dollars playing video games. And
y'all can do whatever you want to do. Whatever it is. Man, he just gave 3 very specific, detailed things that you can do with your life and make a lot of money. You can go to school, you can go to technical college, you can learn trades, and nowadays there's people around probably in your community that would love to teach you something if you're serious about learning. But go out and learn something besides the street mentality.
Y'all want me to embrace these so-called OG niggas that's trying to tell these young niggas to glorify the streets? Nigga, I look at rappers like entertainment. Nigga, they popping shit on the microphone, nigga. I tell my children, you look at your daddy with his chest out. You watch your father, nigga. And if these rap niggas get your mind, I failed you.
Wow. Wow. Loon. Wow. Man, that's powerful, man. If this music gets your head, then I failed you, sons. Listen to what he's saying, man. How many of you guys have sons out there? Do you want them to go out and emulate what they're hearing in the music, in rap music? Do you want them to go out there and portray the lifestyle of the trapper? Is that what you want for your sons and daughters?
But y'all want my young niggas to bypass the stock market and look up to these niggas that saying, grab your strap, grab your pistol. Man, listen to the music, bob your head, go get your money, stay out them niggas' way.
Music is entertainment. That's what it's supposed to be. Look at every other genre of music. Now, how many people, young fellas, young women, do you guys know in your family, in your community, at your church, at your school, that know anything about the stock market? How many stocks does your family own? Do you know what a portfolio is, an investment portfolio? Do you know what Merrill Lynch is outside of the commercials? Do you know what it is to establish a trust? Do you know what it is to own assets? Do you know what it is to create generational wealth? Do you know what it is to understand the banking system and the flow of money? Do you guys understand that? Is there anybody around you that can teach you those things? Because they're serious. Those are the things that you need. You know, you have to learn about these things. It is the long game. You're going to need your teeth for 50, 60 more years, so floss. You're going to need to learn about stocks and bonds and assets and trusts and money market accounts and how to get the highest yields on your money, so that ultimately the goal is to get your money to work for you so that you're making money while you sleep. Now, you have to start somewhere. It's a daunting task, but discipline is the way, and listening to leaders like Loon.
But these ain't my OGs that's running around hollering the streets is this and that. I'm the big homie that's telling you, go get you some money, get out these niggas' way. The technology gonna whoop you every time. And
You know, just think about all of the things that the police, the feds have at their disposal to incarcerate you, to catch you, aside from the work that's being done by the person right next to you. Because they will influence them. They have unlimited resources. When you get tired and go to sleep, they change shifts. It is a dead end. If you are running for your life, why would you run into a dead end?
these niggas gonna tell on you. Stay out their way. I ain't even mad at you niggas defending the streets. I know that's all niggas had. And so I can't invalidate it because I'm taking all your air out your ball. You can't score. I'm taking all your air out your ball.
That's a metaphor. So this is not something to take personally, gentlemen, fellas of a certain age, seasoned players. Try to internalize the message. Don't take things at face value. Think.
Can't let me invalidate you like that. So I respect the game. Game recognize game. But help me understand why we can't get to the children, though. Help me understand why you won't sacrifice your ego to let me speak to the little ones, though.
Yes. Absolutely, Loon. And I'm going to sacrifice my ego, man, for the little ones, man, for you and the little ones, man, because you the vehicle, man.
Somebody help me understand why I can't talk to the youngsters and tell them, man, I know the OGs that came home, them niggas was on dope.
Facts.
I know niggas that gave 30, 40 years to the streets, nigga didn't have nothing. They drive forklifts now at 56 years old.
Facts. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if that's the way you have to get back out here and get on top, or to pay your bills, or to start off, or to find the courage to live, hey, man, get on that forklift and be the best forklift operator you can be. Because there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a deeper message, kids, and I think that y'all probably understanding what it is by now. Youth, young people, undeveloped minds, immature. It doesn't matter. Let this resonate. Let this sink in.
Nigga, we could have went another route. How come I can't say that without these rust-ass niggas coming out, popping out like we saying something wrong? I understand it. Let me say that, though, because I don't want to alienate my people. But I need y'all to understand I'm on a mission, my nigga. I'm on a mission, my nigga. And we can't be so quick to disconnect from our youth. Some of the most powerful young niggas we got, they can't get to our children because our ego in the way, our pride in the way about some Willie Lynch kind of shit.
Man.
Y'all gotta give me some more respect, man. Come on, man. Let's really get to it. Pay attention to 6ix9ine. I ain't even mad at the little nigga for his position. He feel ostracized. Nigga, I know what it's like to feel locked out. I ain't never had a call from one of these niggas in the game. I don't even take it no kind of way. Nigga, I'm successful.
Man, that's powerful. Shout out to Loon, man. Hey, listen, man. You guys go over here to the It's Up There podcast. Check out Loon and see some more of his content, because obviously he's got a lot to say and it's powerful, man. Listen, this message is powerful. It needs to be spread. Youth, young people, you guys are the future. You're the way. Do not give up the best years of your life to a mentality, to a way of life that is counterproductive to everything that you can be, everything that you are. You can do anything you want to do. Listen, nobody's sitting up here with halos or in a seat of judgment or, trying to tell anybody what to do. What I think is being said here is that there's another way, that despite whatever your surroundings are, whatever you see in your current ecosystem, that you need to understand it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And you're not seeing people subscribe to a street mentality or a street way of life that are successful. So you need to define what success means to you. You need to pursue that way of life relentlessly at all costs. Hey, my name is Pax, and I'm just here to try to shed light on the facts. Shout out to Loon and then the It's Up There podcast. I'm a subscriber. You guys go subscribe, man. And I can't say enough about this man. And he's a great leader, and he needs to be supported. So awesome work out there, man. I subscribe wholeheartedly to this message. My name is Pax. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share the channel. And until next time, y'all be good to each other, man. Try something different, man. I love you guys, man. Peace out.